Hi everyone. I've been pretty busy for the last couple of days and weeks making prints for frames so that I could sell them at conventions, especially Emerald City Comic Con that's coming up. I will show you what I've been working on. So let me turn the camera around. All right, I have tons of empty frames here that I have numbered. Hi, Ma, you heard me talking to you, huh? Hi. So I have a bunch of frames, little tiny ones, not stacked up very well, but they're not going to scratch each other. I made sure of that. And there's some up here, some white ones, small ones, this giant metal monstrosity, a bunch of these up here, tons and tons of frames. And I had to take them individually and measure them out. Here's my project table over here. Measure them out and digitally make images for them. Like I had to fit the specific image to the frame and make it so that it was the right size to fit exactly in the frame the way I wanted it to. And then I put them all on a page, 8.5 by 11, and saved them as a PDF. And then printed them out. And now I'm going to cut them out and put them in frames. For this, I have the prints, of course. These are the entire stack of prints. These are all the prints I made for frames. And these are the prints I'm going to cut in quarters for art cards. So I got tons of them. Haven't made any since I started making a whole bunch of other skulls, so there was a lot to catch up on. So I've got the prints, I've got my X-Acto blade, my see-through ruler, a mat board to cut on so that I don't cut into the table here. And then I got a few of the frames that are on this first page that I'm going to cut out and show. Well, I'll do one of them. And let's do this one, number 12. So I'm going to set my camera right here, tilt it so that you can see what I'm doing. So I printed these out so that the outside dimension of the inside of the frame, what I mean by that is, let me take this apart here, if I can. Okay, I take all that out here. So there's the inner dimension of the frame, which is this. And then there's the outer dimension of the inside of the frame, which is this, which is bigger than that by a little bit. So each one of these frames, I measured this dimension and then made a document that size, the size of the black line, and then I expanded it. I expanded the canvas size so that it would be this size, so that would fit in there. So my after I put the skull in and flattened it all, it would be this size right here. So there, and then the skull would fit inside of this rectangle. I hope that makes sense. I think it's pretty simple, but some people just don't get it, I guess. Also, with these, since I was doing so many of them, I had to number them. So, like I said, this one is number... Getting messed up here. This one's number 12. So I put a number 12 right next to the image there. So I'm just going to cut this out. Get my computer out of the way. Move that off to the side. Now I'm going to make sure that this fits in here before I do anything else. And it does. So I'm going to take the glass. See how it's all dirty and nasty? It's from price tags and people's fingers and just junk. I'm going to get my glass cleaner and a paper towel. I use this glass cleaner because it doesn't leave streaks. I'm going to spray my paper towel a little bit. And I'm going to clean both sides of the glass. Most important side is the one that faces the artwork, because once it's up, people don't want to pull something apart and take hair out or dust or clean it if it is dirty. So it's best to be really clean on the inside. Let me spray towel again a little bit and clean the gunk off the front. It's sort of coming off. Sometimes you have to use like a citrus-based solvent to get this sticky stuff off. I use Goo Gone most of the time. If it's kind of hard to get off, you could just scrape at it a little bit with your X-Acto blade. Spread it around a little bit. Try not to scratch the glass. So that comes off. And grab the glass by the edges. Try not to cut yourself, so that you don't get any fingerprints on either side. Flip it over, clean the back again. There's one little streak there. Which side is that on? And just make part of the glass. Dry it off. Make sure there's no dust stuff on it. Put it inside the frame. This one's going to lay sideways, so it's going to go that way. Put the piece in. Put the backing in. The backing is there as a space buffer between the print and the glass and the backing, just to make it lay flat here. I'm going to close those up, and before I tighten them, I'm going to flip it over and look at it to see if there's any dust or junk in there. I could probably stand to push this down a little bit because there's a lot of space on the bottom and not a lot on the top. So I'm going to pull it apart again. Take it apart, the backing. I'm going to push the paper down as far as it'll go, and that's where it's going to be. I could cut the paper a little bit more, but I don't want to bother because it's not that noticeable. Push it down. Put this thing in. And do that. And get my Phillips screwdriver. And tighten those. And there you have it. That's a finished piece that I'll probably sell for, I don't know, $15, maybe? Maybe 10 if it doesn't sell too quickly. And that's it. And now I have to spend the next couple of weeks cutting all those out, doing the same exact thing with every single one of them for all those frames. Thanks for watching. See you later.